Okay, let's talk about nursing homes a little bit. If you go to the well, let me say this. My mother broke her neck, and like it was basically right at the top, so she's got paralysis and the whole 9 yards, and she can no longer take care of herself. She needs 24-hour care. She's been in about 4 different nursing homes, and this is in Kenosha, Wisconsin, and I don't know what it's like everywhere else, but I hear shit on the news. You read stuff in the newspaper about nursing homes, but these places are terrible. Whatever the government is doing about these nursing homes, or how much they're paying them or whatever, we need to stick more money into nursing homes, because these people aren't being taken care of. You walk through the hallways and help, help, help. And I'm not kidding. That's I heard that. You know, you got one other lady down there that thinks she's an opera singer. Ah! You know, she's down there singing and shit. You know, but, you know, we got a lot of people that are working very hard at these nursing homes. And there's a lot of people that aren't. And I've seen it. They don't give a shit. All they care about is a check. You know, they don't do their proper checks. Like, there's a button on the wall. Every 15 minutes, somebody's supposed to go in there and check on that patient. That button will sit there and beep red forever before anybody decides to come in there and check on her. I've watched it. Now I've got her in a nice nursing home, clean environment. It's got a store in it. It's got, I mean, they had a car show this summer for the people that are rolling around looking at all these old classics and stuff like that. But your nursing home system sucks. And you know what, Kenosha? You fucking suck, because your nursing home sucks. Yeah, I've seen every one of them. I took my mom out of them all, because you all suck. The nursing homes are fucking terrible. We need to do something about it in this country. But here's the other thing. Okay, in this country, we're supposed to work until we're 67 years old to get full retirement. 67 years old. Are you fucking kidding me? That is the biggest joke I've ever heard in my fucking life. 67. If a guy works until he's 67, I worked in a die-cast industry for 20 years. If I worked till I was 67, I would be dead before then. I wouldn't even make it to 67. And if by some chance I did, I would come home and sit down and I'd die. Because my body is so used to moving around for 67 fucking years, it sits down and all of my organs will start to fail. I read a fucking thing one time that said what the average lifespan of somebody after retirement. It was 3 fucking months. Because you guys got us working for our whole life. By the time my grandson gets to the old enough to work, you're going to have to work to 100 years old. That's ridiculous. Are you really going to tell us that we have to work till we're 100? That's ridiculous. 67 years old. You know what, government? Fuck you. Fix it. Fix the shit. Fix the shit. And you know where your fucking money's going? Down these fucking highways. You drive down Highway 94 and all these roads getting fixed up and stuff, which is good. Our roads needed to get fixed because our cars are getting fucked up from driving down these roads. And I agree with you 100% about fixing the roads. But what the fuck's up with these little drawings on the side of the freeway, and Mitchell Field's got airplanes on it, and then you got this steel drill burnt out thing of shape of Wisconsin. How many millions of dollars did it cost to do that? And you fucking took money away from our kids' schools. Fuck that shit. We don't need no art on our highways. Who needs art on a fucking highway? Make it a plain slate. Clean it up. Put a fucking road there. And forget about all this fucking wheat, and I don't even know what the fuck you got up there because you can't even tell. But that is bullshit that you did that to our children. And Scott Walker did that to our children. Scott Walker took so much away from our schools and he put it into the billionaire pockets and then made all these other stupid allegations. Not allegations, but he took the bargaining rights away from our schools, and that's the union you're messing with. That was a union. How did he get voted again? You do that to, I thought this was a union state. I was in the UAW. I mean, we would have never voted for him. He's bald. My God, come on. He's an idiot. Look at him. Even in the Bible, it says that someday there's going to be bad storms and all that, and then somebody in a higher step of life or whatever was going to come along, and he was going to start changing things, and that's the devil. That's Scott Walker. Scott Walker is Satan, and they're talking about him running for president. If he runs for president, you might as well all just shoot yourself in the head because he's a fucking idiot. Paul Ryan should run for president. Paul Ryan is he's somebody you can relate to a little bit better. Why he backs Scott Walker is probably politically. He really don't like Scott Walker, I'll bet. But Paul Ryan should run for president because he reminds me of Ronald Reagan. You know, you can believe him because you know how they teach these guys to sit up there and when they're speaking, you know, they got their hands like this and the gestures. They don't even write the fucking speeches. You know, they don't even write that stuff. They don't even know what they're talking about because they didn't write it. So how are they supposed to pass this and pass that and do this and cut taxes and all that when they don't even know what they're reading? But we can't have Scott Walker run in the state of Wisconsin anymore. He impeach him or fuck us for the next 4 years, and don't elect that fucker as president. Please, I beg you, because all you're going to do is fuck up our country. That guy's an idiot. Like I said, he's bald. Do you remember your first date? And you got in the shower and you got all cleaned up, scrubbed your ass up nice and clean, got out, dressed up nice, and went out on your date. And, you know, things are going well, and, you know, you go out for a few weeks or whatever, and then it gets more closer together or whatever. Then you get engaged. Chick slobbing away on your fucking dick like it's a lollipop. You know, you're just starting to date. So she's sucking away. I mean, she's sucking it like sucking the chrome off a fucking bumper, right? All right. So then you get married. And then all of a sudden the blowjobs stop. And every guy wonders, why does the blowjob stop when you get married? Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because once you get married, you get so comfortable, you're kicking back on the couch, shitting all over your pants, farting and everything like that. What's right next to your asshole? Your fucking cock. So your cock, while you're sitting there farting away, is soaking in your cock. So, right? So when you go to bed and you want a knobber from your wife, it's like sucking on a turd. Why the fuck would she want to suck a piece of shit? So, you know, all I'm saying is if you want a blowjob from your wife, scrub your ass, motherfucker. Shit. That's disgusting. Why the hell? I don't blame her. You know, and you could go with the same thing with the women, ladies. Ladies, I'm sorry, but I have to say this, but when we go down on you and we get that little fucking piece of toilet paper that's saturated with piss in our mouth, that's not very nice either. You know, it's like, oh, it was a hair. No, it wasn't a hair. It's a fucking piece of toilet paper saturated with piss. So you could be nice enough to just go in the bathroom and use a one and done and wipe off your snatch or something before we start gripping, okay? Clean that shit up because we don't like it any more than you like sucking shit, right? It just, you know, one thing leads to another. So help each other out that way. Start washing your ass, and you women start washing that other thing. All right, where are we at now? Okay. Kim Kardashian. Are you fucking kidding me? Do you know what that chick's ass really looks like? If she takes off them spandex, that ass probably falls down past her knees. I mean, that's a big, wiggly fucking... It's like another entity of the back of her ass. Her and that Nicki Minaj or whatever the fuck her name is. She's got a funny looking butt too. But, you know, I like big asses, but I don't like a fucking ass that big. My God. It's just ridiculously huge. And if you take off her pants and all the Spanx and everything, if you look at her ass, there's going to be all these little dimples in her ass and stuff like that. It's not going to be a nice looking ass or anything like that. Here's the thing. If you ever saw Road Trip, the movie, and that skinny little fucker hooked up with that fat black chick, if you watch that fat black chick is laying on top of him and you can see her ass, there ain't a dimple in it. And you know why? Because she's a black chick. Black chicks have nice, smooth asses. It don't matter how big it is, that fucking ass is smooth. You know, a nice, plump, who knows, ass out there. It's just, you know, they're nice asses. Black chicks are beautiful. You know, Brazil, they're beautiful. I mean, Jamaica, they're beautiful. They got beautiful asses. I'm sorry. You know, there's some white women with nice asses, but there's not many, you know. I like Jennifer Lopez's ass, but I don't know what she is, Mexican or what she is, Latino and something, who knows. But Jennifer Lopez has got a nice ass. Who else does? I don't know. But, you know, I don't understand these reality shows. We need to stop them. We need to stop all this stupid reality bullshit shows, because you got kids acting like idiots thinking that they're going to get a reality show when you can't get a reality show just because you're a fucking moron. And the only reason she got the reality show is because she fucked some guy and it got out in public, and all of a sudden she blew up. So she blew up, then her mom got her hands on it, and then just started making, you know, getting all of her sisters into all these different opening stores and doing all this stuff and whatever. Get rid of that stuff. We need back to the Cosby shows and Ozzie and Harriet and things that, you know, can, you know, give our kids values. Give them something, you know, hug your kids. Nobody hugs their kids anymore. Hug your child. Tell your child you love him. You know, why aren't we doing that anymore? I mean, my mother never did that. My mother never hugged or kissed, or, you know, you'd go to give her a kiss and she'd cringe or whatever. It's like, what? You know, I'm your child, lady. But I know that all these kids in the ghetto are not getting any love or any caring from any of their parents. And you wonder why these kids are growing up with no morals. And it's because they don't grow up with any. They have no dad, they have no mom, you know, they have no way of making money or eating or doing anything like that. And we blame it on them. It's not their fault, you know. Somebody needs to love these kids. You hug them. Not just love them, you need to hug them. I remember my foster dad when I was a kid. And we were sitting on a couch watching a movie. And he grabbed my hand. And he started stroking my hand. And it scared the fuck out of me. I was like, what the fuck is this motherfucker doing, right? You know? And my heart started pounding. And I turned red. And he let go of me right away. You know? And he was my foster dad. He was my kid's granddad. I mean, I held him in my arms until his last breath. But he was a great man, But he scared me when he touched my hand because I wasn't used to anybody showing me any affection. So you need to teach these kids caring, loving, affection, hug them, kiss them. Shit, my kids are in their mid-20s and I still kiss them. And they're boys. I fucking love my kids. I love my grandkids and I hug them and I kiss them, you know? So, you know, let's figure out a way to do that. Maybe some of you moms, you know, if you are watching this, maybe when your kid comes home from school today, you can give them a hug, you know. It's really easy. All you got to do is open your arms like this, and then your kid will come in kind of close to you, and then you wrap them around, and then you just squeeze a little bit, you know. That's what a hug is. Maybe you never had one and you don't know what it is, so I'm just telling you what it is and what kids need in order to grow up to be a fucking human being, you know, straight up.
Hey, yo, Ice, man, I'm working on this term paper for college. What's the First Amendment? Freedom of speech! That's some motherfucking bullshit. You say the wrong thing, they lock your ass up quick. The FCC says profanity, no airplay. They can suck my dick while I take a shit all day. You think I give a fuck about some silly bitch named Gore? Yo, PMRC, here we go. War! Yo, Tip, what's the matter? You ain't getting no dick, you bitching about rock and roll. That censorship, dumb bitch. The Constitution said we all got a right to speak. Say what we want, Tip. Your argument is weak. Censor records, TV, school books too. And who decides what's right to hear you? Hey, PMRC, you stupid fucking asshole. The sticker on the record is what makes it so gold. Can't you see? You alcoholic idiots. The more you try to suppress us, the larger we get. Yeah,
Parental advisory.
Know what I'm talking about? Freedom of speech. Yeah, boy, but just watch what you say.